Start whenever we start. So this is not part of the podcast series. This is a special
Yeah, yeah.
video series thing that we're doing. Not series, special video, which is going to be about this 4 hour like
Yeah.
thing we endured.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, so we've started recording. Hi
Okay.
everyone, this is Ali. That's Rahail. Rahail is an old friend, and he is uh, here for a special discussion of this movie, which is the Snyder Cut. And we're going to talk about spoilers, all the spoilers.
Okay.
So yeah, when did you watch the movie?
I literally just 2 hours ago. It took me a while.
Yeah.
I had to do it in at least 4 different chunks just
Oh,
because
okay,
like I
okay.
had to make coffee. I started at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? We were
Yeah,
supposed to do it last night, right? So I
yeah,
was going to
yeah.
do it like right after work, but then I got a bit busy. And then by the time I actually got permission to view it, yeah, um, it was way too late, and I knew I wouldn't be able to focus for 4 hours. So I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
watch it in one sitting.
Right,
So
right,
that's why
right.
I waited till today.
I saw it. I saw it yesterday in the
Yeah, you did.
afternoon at like 3 p.m. I was like, all right, that's enough work for today. And
Nice.
oh shit, sorry, this chair isn't supposed to be here. So
Okay.
and then I saw it, and it's just I was like, yeah, it's 4 hours. We can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was the sun was out when I started, and
Yeah.
when I stopped, it was like, oh, it's time to go to bed. Um,
How
so
did you
okay,
feel once it ended? How did you feel? Let's talk about that. Like, instead of
feelings.
talking about the movie right away, how did you feel? Because that's something I wanted to share.
So what happened in the past few days was I saw Batman versus Superman day before
Oh, you
yesterday.
did your homework. Oh,
Yeah, and then I saw Man of Steel the day before that because I was like,
okay.
all right, let's get in the zone.
Okay.
Um,
Good going.
what I was consciously trying not to get too hyped because the
Yeah.
reviews were going, oh, 4 out of 5 on the
Yeah.
Guardian,
Yeah.
and then when someone says, oh, but Den of Geek gave it 2 out of 5, and I was like, all right, right,
Yeah.
don't get too hyped.
Yeah.
But I found myself
Yeah.
focusing a lot on just how extended many things were, even in Batman versus
Okay.
Superman, and just like, he didn't have to put this, he could have cut this, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Okay.
But despite all of that,
Mm.
I think the main question was, is it better than what came out in the theater?
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
thought it was so much better. Like, just everything Joss Whedon did, everything he did was wrong.
Yep.
Like, just
Yep.
everything.
Yep. 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 Like he went to do a multiple choice exam and he wrote essays. It just seems like that's what was going on.
I
It was just
it's
every possible choice that you could make. He did the opposite of it, and he just completely fucking ruined that movie. No, see, the question I asked you was, how did you feel, right? And you just bypassed my question, you dickhead.
No, I mean,
So
I went
the
back to
feeling, the
myself.
emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, this is better than what I
Okay.
saw, and this should have been what came out. But
Yeah.
also, I was like, this could never have come out because it was
True.
just too long. It was just
Yep.
way too long, and I was like, even if it would had only been Zack Snyder, he would have pulled a big BVS. The theater
Yep.
cut would have made no sense. Then the ultimate cut
Yep.
would have been 3.5 hours, and that would have
Mm-hmm.
been required. But I
Mm-hmm.
felt I liked most of it. Is how I felt. I was like, all
So
right,
I
that was good.
felt frustration and anger. That is what I felt, my two emotions.
Okay.
Frustration over the fact that this wasn't the movie
Mm,
that came out in
mm,
2017, and anger about the fact that I was watching this, a movie that was supposed to be out in 2017, after watching the movies that had come out between 2017 and 2021. So, like, you have your Aquaman and Wonder Woman 2 and Shazam and even
mm,
Suicide Squad. All these movies had come out between, I think, 2017 and now. And that just really just made me reflect differently on those movies and even
mm.
trying to place this movie in that narrative now. Because if this had come out in 2017, the DC universe would have been completely different
Completely.
in a
Yeah.
good way. Like, I
Yeah.
personally do not like
Yeah.
the state that it's in right now. Like, starting with Aquaman,
Mm.
going up until Shazam, and now, oh my God, Wonder Woman 2. Like, things really went downhill really fucking quickly. And I
But
feel like during
to
the
be fair,
Snyder
though,
days, there was this like consistency.
to be fair though, the movies that came after Justice League, everyone said,
Yeah,
"Oh, they're good movies." Like the critics said that these are
at the
good,
time. Yeah,
fun movies.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, but I think part of that was also because everyone was saying, "Wow, Justice League was horrendous. These are so
yeah,
much better in
yeah,
comparison." But
yeah.
all right,
Hindsight.
yeah, hindsight. If the movie
Mm-hmm.
that we saw, before we talk about what they changed
Okay,
stories and stuff,
okay.
4 hours is what we saw.
Yeah,
Realistically speaking, how
yeah.
much could Zack Snyder have cut from this movie to put out in the theaters without losing story elements?
All right. So basically, the famous Zack Snyder slow-mo shots. I think he had 30 minutes of those going on
So
because
many.
literally everything fucking had a slow-mo. And there was only one time, actually no, two times to be honest, that I
Mm,
liked it. One, all of the Flash scenes, they worked in slow-mo. I
Flash
liked
it,
it.
yeah.
But it was kind of the thing that they did in the what's they called? The
X-Men?
X-Men movies.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of that vibe, but with like, lightning and shit.
Yeah.
Which is fine, okay. But I really liked what he did in the slow-mo bits on, oh God, I'm gonna say this wrong. Thermosphera, Amazon
Themyscira.
Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amazon Island. Where
When
Jeff
it went
Bezos lives.
all 300, when it just did the 300 thing, when the women with the biceps and the abs took the hammers, like I love that to bits. Like
I think
that's when I
was
messaged you.
I think that was in the original also. They kept that when they
Really?
yeah. When they brought down the things to
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah,
him
yeah.
outside, they kept that.
But was it in slow-mo?
Yeah. I think he
Was it
only
in
shot it
slow-mo?
he only shot it in slow-mo. So he's like,
Okay.
if you have to, there's all you have. But there's so much extra stuff. Like when
Yep.
the queen
Aquaman's sad song, the song that those women sing, and the
it went
sweater thing.
on
Yeah.
forever. I was like,
Yeah. And then the queen, after the thing collapses, just like,
yeah.
not again.
Even
Yeah.
even
Then they come
before
back. You guys.
even before she runs out of the room
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
box, she does this wall flip.
Yeah.
Who gives a
Yeah.
shit? Just
It's
go.
like the scene ended 3 times, like 3 points. You could have just ended and moved on, but it
I
just kept going back.
yeah, and she starts running. I was like, all right, she's leaving. Why is
Yep,
she
yep,
running
yep,
towards a wall? Because she has to do a
yep,
flip. Uh,
yep.
uh
Um, but
but
I really did like the Hammer Women. Got to say,
oh
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
like just because I love 300. Out of all the Zack Snyder films, the
Mm,
300 was like my top favorite. I love
mm,
that movie
mm,
to bits.
mm, mm,
Like
mm.
there's some really shit ones as well, like the one with the women and the mental asylum. Forgot the name. The
Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. Like I
Yeah.
had no idea what the fuck was going on in that,
Oh
but
yeah. I think I
I
read there's this guy on YouTube by the name of Nerd Writer. All he does is like these video essays where he just goes way too deep into movies. And he made something about BVS, the theatrical cut.
yeah,
And he's like, it seems like Zack Snyder just likes scenes, something that just
yeah,
looks great. I don't care if it's
yep,
connected or not. It just has
yeah.
to look great.
He has
And
an amazing aesthetic style,
mm,
like just the grandiosity he brings to the whole film. Like it was 4 hours long, which is fucking long, but it didn't feel like it to me. When I got
no,
through it,
yeah,
I was like, oh wow, this was 4 hours. It feels like I thought it was worth it.
yeah. I
And
thought it
that's why
was
I was angry and frustrated that this isn't what came out in 2017.
big changes.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf. This is better.
Yep. Obviously, he has a reason now. He doesn't call the boxers mother for some reason because it
Yeah,
seemed like he wanted to fuck them or something. There was some weird vibe going on with the mother boxes with Steppenwolf. Like I never got it. Like what his deal was.
yeah,
Like he calls it mother, but it's also like he wants a piece of that.
yeah.
So much better. He doesn't look as ridiculous. Like he has like emotion in his eyes. Like, there was this like Lion King thing going on when he was like,
I'm gonna ruin this for you, because Basma, my wife, ruined it for me. She found a
oh no,
picture, which I'll maybe
yeah,
edit it in, of a monkey,
okay,
exactly like Steppenwolf. He has
yeah,
this part cut out. It's
yeah.
and
Like Mojo Jojo from
yeah,
from
Powerpuff Girls.
not Spice Girls, Powerpuff Girls. That's it. It's just that shape. That's why you fall for him, right? That's what they changed. Now you
Yeah.
empathize with him because he's cute looking.
You do empathize with him because he does look sad
Yeah.
at times.
And he is sad. Like, he just wants to go home. Like, he's just having it rough. He's just a guy doing the job.
And then what's the other big change?
Darkseid.
Darkseid was there. Yeah.
There's an additional villain. In the first one, it was only Steppenwolf. Then he just comes, he wants the boxes, then he fucks off and dies. That's it.
Did Darkseid so in the movie, there's a thing where Darkseid comes to Earth initially instead of Steppenwolf. He fights, he gets defeated, and he goes away.
Yeah.
5,000.
By the combined forces of man, a la Lord of the Rings.
Yes, yeah, very Lord of the Rings. And then what happened? Does he forget where Earth is?
I think he forgets. Like, he's just like, yeah, man, fuck Earth. Like, the boxes are gone. Wet ends. No, I thought he was like he shat himself. He was like, oh god, these guys work together. They're gonna kick my ass every time.
Steppenwolf was like, I've found the anti-life equation and it's here. And then Darkseid is like, are you sure? He's like, weren't you here? You came. You saw this.
But he wasn't there to find the anti-life equation. He was there to find the boxes, right? Why the fuck was Steppenwolf there?
Darkseid brought the boxes. Darkseid found the anti-life equation. Then he brought the boxes, and then he got defeated, and the boxes stayed behind. Then Steppenwolf.
So I thought the anti-life equation was like just a pleasant surprise. Like Steppenwolf's like, yo, I'm here for these boxes.
That's
so he did find it.
Yeah, because he does the hammer thing and it does the thing.
The patterns, okay.
Steppenwolf does the hammer thing and it does the same thing. And he's like, I found it. And Darkseid is like, are you sure? You were here. Did you forget?
Oh shit.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That was a weird bit.
He did. So clearly Ares fucked him with that axe, like he lost his memory or something.
Darkseid like lost a lot of blood. You know.
Yeah. He was like bleeding like a bitch. Considering that Wonder Woman killed Ares, so does that mean that thus Wonder Woman could single-handedly defeat Darkseid?
But then it was also Ares with the axe after Zeus fried him after some shit happened.
Is it me or Zeus like hot in this? I don't remember Zeus being that cut. Yeah.
Zeus
holy
so
shit. Hashtag hot Zeus. What's going on, guys?
What else happens? Wonder Woman, great fight in the beginning. At the
I really think Zack Snyder does Wonder Woman well. Yeah. Like, he just makes her really fucking badass.
Yeah.
And like, especially like, you know, we haven't discussed the music now, but I think we can just like discuss everything.
Yeah.
Just Junkie XL's score just works for Wonder Woman much better than Danny Elfman's, who did the original Justice League.
Yeah.
And obviously he just used Zimmer's score, who did the score for Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Chronologically now is where Wonder Woman first appears.
Yes.
See, this is the thing I was talking about, the mindfuck that I can't keep track of now. Is this the first? Who's appearing in this chronologically for the first time now?
Yeah.
Even though we've seen them in like 6 movies.
Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg.
Okay, so they're the new ones. Okay,
they're the new ones. Yeah, first.
I think we should talk about each character individually. Which
we're
trying to do, but I keep getting distracted.
Batman. Let's start with him.
Okay.
In the Josstice League, I hated that he'd had those stupid jokes.
Fucking hell. Batman. Oh, definitely bleeding.
Yeah.
I hated that. It sounds like it was shot in his backyard. Like, he's like gained 20 kilos and like the garden color is different and the costume just fits wrong or something.
Superman's there and he's like, at the end, he says something like, I thought you didn't want me. And then Batman's like, I did not want you. Just like an awkward teenager. I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Man. What are you doing?
Joss Whedon. They did the same thing in the Avengers, like, to be honest. That's why I didn't like the Avengers, all right? I loved what the Russos did. I liked that Avengers, but Joss Whedon's Avengers, they're just like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like teenagers. Like, even Tony Stark, like, he had like smart quips, but now his quips are just like fucking like he's tripping on LSD or something. Like, no one gets them until like a week after when we've all Googled it.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. It's like just, and then just what he did to like Captain America, he's like making like jokes like, you know, runs on electricity, and I understand that reference and all this shit.
Yeah.
Black Widow, like she's basically Buffy now.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. And apparently, this recent interview came out on the set of the reshoots where Cyborg Ray Fisher was saying that the reshoots he kept calling Gal Natasha, and he's like,
yep.
That's not who she is. And
The famous the ass shot. Remember that scene with Cyborg and Wonder Woman in the Just Cut? It's all framed from like the viewpoint of Gal Gadot's ass.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's like 75% of the screen is her ass, which is amazing. I admit that.
Sure.
But in
That's
this
not the
cut,
point.
it isn't.
Yeah.
It's not the point. The point is Cyborg and his sad face.
I liked much more, obviously, because it's so much longer. There was more time given to Batman and Alfred. I like that dynamic.
Yeah.
Alfred, I worked.
What's up with Alfred's voice? Like he's speaking like this for some reason. Master Wayne. Like my teeth are a bit loose. Master Wayne.
And he's
why is it like this?
Is he Irish?
That's
He's
literally
Irish.
No, it's just something weird about the way he's like he's literally like this.
Yeah, he's talking like an old person.
Something about him. Yeah. It's like he's making fun of Bruce or something. Although I did like the line where Batman says that I work for him.
I work for him. Yeah,
that was cool. I like that. I didn't understand why he said it.
People were like, Zack Snyder's movie is just going to be dark. It's going to be one tone. Yeah. That tone is going to be dark. But there was a lot of jokes.
True.
There was so many.
I think he did really good. Like everything, I think a lot of the criticisms that people had of Zack Snyder are disproved by this.
Yeah.
Because he's also grown as a filmmaker. Well, he did in 2017.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, I think he just took a lot of lessons. It's not as dark as mentally I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought like everyone's just going to walk into a room and just like start stabbing people and shit, like blood everywhere.
Which is
going to be like almost.
Okay. So
Batman, Tarantino style.
Batman.
Okay, Batman. Batman's good. What do we like about it? Let's get into more though.
That he wasn't making the stupid jokes. The jokes he did make were more. What my wife was saying was he looks really rich in this whole thing. Just the way he carries himself.
Did you see the fucking cars? I don't remember that many Mercedes the in the first car.
They were there. I think
like 3 of them.
Mercedes paid to be in the movie, so they couldn't cut those.
First one or this one?
The previous, all of them. So Mercedes, there were as many Mercedes in the movie.
Okay.
But I think all that room.
His car was cool.
For Ben Affleck, who we've talked about that we like as Batman. I really like him.
Yeah. And this just proves that I like him more now.
Yeah.
I stopped liking him after the last Justice League. But now like I'm just back on team Batfleck.
Yeah.
Especially after the last scene. Not the last scene, but the epilogue, which we'll get to later.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Wonder Woman. We like her. She did great.
Wonder Woman. Zack Snyder,
dude, the fucking
her introduction scene.
Yeah.
That fight in the bank or whatever that was.
I don't know what that was. It was a bank, but why was there?
But there were kids there.
Yeah.
They were doing a tour, a really boring
of a bank.
Tour. Yeah. Just this is what you're going to be working for all your life, kids.
Yeah.
You want this. This is good.
I liked how they showed her skills because he switches from single shot to full auto in the gun.
Yeah.
And she still blocks everything. That was cool. And then she just vaporizes him.
She fucking vaporizes him through a wall.
And all that is left,
badass.
His hat survives.
And everyone's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then that inspirational speech to the kid.
That was such a good move. Yeah. Is everyone okay?
He wanted to.
Yeah. Her accent is horrible in BVS. It's better here. And has gotten better in the Wonder Woman movies, but oh my god, the baddie! I cannot not focus on it. But
oh man,
but she did well. Even when they were building the team, talking to Cyborg, all that shit. She had
her Indiana Jones scene, going into the temple of the Amazons with that torch.
Yes,
that wasn't in the original.
Yeah. I wonder if that was a reshoot.
Indiana.
That could be a reshoot.
No, it might have been in the initial shoot. Remember?
Maybe.
There are 3 layers of shoots now. There's the original Zack Snyder shoot, then there's the Joss Whedon butchery, and then the reshoots.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
From what I've gathered, the reshoots were focused on the epilogue.
Yes,
and not much
which is nearly fully new. Okay, Cyborg, much bigger role,
completely different character now.
Completely
He's actually
different.
A character.
Actually, a character. Yeah, you see, he used to play football. His dad didn't come to watch. He had a car accident, which is how he ended up in the lab. And then how the mother box goes from the Nazis to the US to his dad to rebuilding his body. All of that. The relationship with the father is shown well.
If anything, he's the only one that has like an entire story in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
his story is the framework of the movie, because
Yeah.
otherwise everyone just kind of shows up, does their thing, and that's
he gets
that
the
it.
full origin story in this.
Yeah,
Even Flash doesn't.
True.
Mm,
Because I thought they were planning on doing a Flash movie, right? The solo Flash movie.
They keep losing directors for that. But I like Cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash.
Flash, sure.
Okay,
I
now
don't
Flash.
like Ezra Miller. I don't like Ezra Miller.
I was surprised at how little Joss Whedon had to do. He was the exact same as he was in. I thought that was Joss Whedon's work, but apparently no, that's what he's like.
That's just him.
Zack Snyder allowed this.
I don't like the nerdy, fast talking. This is what a caricature of an autistic person looks like. I like
that. You mean the Big Bang Theory?
He was fully Sheldoning.
Yeah, he was Sheldoning.
But the Flash effects were super good. Like just all the shit that he did.
That one bit at the his introduction scene with that woman in the car and the hot dog and the
Iris.
dogs.
Yeah, with the dogs and
that wasn't in the original, was it? I don't remember it.
That was in something. They shot it. It was in the first trailer. So the thing where he uses the finger. Yeah. So they show that, but then it gets cut. Because probably Zack Snyder was maybe setting up a future movie with Flash. But I liked the part in when they were rescuing the people from Steppenwolf under the harbor. And Flash does the thing where there's rubble falling, but then he just zips around.
Oh, the lightning effect behind him, right?
Sure.
Where it's just a silhouette.
Yes.
You see a silhouette.
Yeah. And
that was
stopping
a cool
the rocks. That was really cool. That was really cool.
That was very Zack Snyder.
And
he used that effect in Batman versus Superman quite a few times as well.
Oh, he did?
With Superman hovering above Batman.
Sure.
Lightning behind him.
Sure.
Batman standing on whatever it is that he stands on, lightning behind him. He just loves that shot.
I found that hilarious, where whenever you have to start a mission, Batman's like, give me 10 minutes. I need to find something to get on top of so I can
How does he get up there? But Wonder Woman did it as well. In her first scene, she was on like top of like a clock or something whilst that robbery was going on.
She was on top of the statue of Lady Justice. Yeah. I was like, all right.
We get it.
Yeah. But a good thing, when they bring back Superman, Flash is doing the running thing. It shows that when he runs fast, time starts to go backwards, which happens at the very end when
they use that foreshadowing.
They fail. The mission fails, as you've seen, which I hope you've seen.
If you guys haven't seen this, well, fucking watch it then. Why are you watching it?
Yeah.
There are better things to watch, like this movie.
Flash runs so fast that time fully reverses. That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment.
That was. He does it twice, right? Yeah, he does it twice.
Yeah. I could have done without him talking to himself and his dad and all of those emotional dialogues. Just show the thing. But then, I mean, fine. As a concept,
I don't think he speaks to his dad, but I think he does it because I think they were foreshadowing towards his movie because that was going to be a big plot element in that.
No, when he's running do some time, he's doing the thing where he's like, Dad, I just want you to know that I was with the best of the best. I was like, just do the thing.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the second time. Because I remember at one point he was just basically describing what was happening. Basically, like, if I run fast, this is happening, time, blah, 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 blah.
That's before they bring
I'm going to use this.
Yeah. But that was great. Great connective tissue there.
Makes you realize that other than running fast, the Flash really doesn't do much.
No, he runs super.
Because basically we're trying to remember which scene he ran fast in. Well, apparently all of them.
That's all he does. I liked how he heals himself. He gets shot and at the end, and then he speed heals himself. That was cool.
How?
That's the thing that the Flash does because his whole body runs super fast. So if he gets
metabolism.
Yeah, if he gets shot or hurt, that also heals super fast. So
should he really age a lot faster then? I would say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's 5,000 years old.
Yeah. Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Superman. Aquaman.
Aquaman. Okay. Now this is the only character I feel that was actually better done in the original one.
Okay.
Because in this, he basically had nothing. Like he was basically a completely like he had absolutely zero personality. I think a tiny bit of it came out at the end in Not Chernobyl now.
Yeah.
Where like, he's like my man and the
Yeah,
woo
just a
thing.
bit of that. Yeah.
But that's it. He only does it twice. Whereas
Yeah.
in the
Josstice
Whedon
League,
version, he
he
had a
does
bit
a
more
lot.
going on.
Yeah, all
And
the
he
time.
had the weird, like, I'm afraid of dying and I want to.
That whole scene where he's sitting on the rope
Yeah.
and everyone's
Yeah.
smiling. And, maybe they could have kept something like that. But obviously, there was no chance of keeping anything that Joss shot.
No.
But I think that was a good thing in that context.
Yeah. So the only person I think that was underserved in this was Aquaman as a character, because he just seems really grumpy and miserable.
So speaking of Aquaman,
everyone else that's grumpy and miserable.
Speaking of Aquaman, there's a big difference in this and his own movie, where all the Atlanteans talk to each other in a bubble or like dolphins. I think
it's the dolphin thing. The dolphin thing was so fucking weird.
So weird.
Like Mira comes in and all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck is going on? And then dolphins coming in, but apparently no, that's how they spoke.
That's just how they talk outside of a bubble.
And they forgot in a year.
I think the way they did it in Aquaman's movie was normal. Just talk.
Just talk
in the water. You're from the water.
Yeah, like fine. Little Mermaid.
Yeah. And then moving on.
Was Amber Heard a lot hotter in this than I remember her being in Aquaman?
In Aquaman, her hair is a crazy red, like fluorescent nearly. Here it's more normal.
That's why. That's it.
Maybe that's why she looks less weird. Why did she have a British accent?
I think, as
she had a horrible.
We've decided the flow of things. So clearly, this is what we were going to do, and then what was it? James Wan, who did Aquaman, decided it's not.
Yeah, her British accent was really bad. Amber Heard has a British accent, and there are 20% of the words she gets wrong.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
It gave
it this Star Wars-ish quality to it.
I think that's what Zack was going with. Like, old civilization accent has to be British.
Speaking British. Hello.
Yes.
We are old people.
Finally, Superman.
What else? Aquaman. Are we done with Aquaman? What else happens? There's that weird scene with Volko where he just basically he shows up, take the trident. Nah, fuck the trident. That's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't really serve much more purpose. Although I did like the waves and Aquaman just disappearing into the waves thing. But again, song instead of
after he saves that guy in Ireland, that has to be Ireland because the shipwrecked captain was Irish, and then they were drinking whiskey in a stone hut. Has to be Ireland.
What a shithole, huh?
Yeah. That Davidoff cool water advertisement sequence just went on forever.
Yeah. I still thought it looked amazing. I just thought it looked amazing.
Yeah, it was a cool shot. But
and the music, it worked better than it did with Joss Whedon's, because he had like Icky Thump or some stupid song playing.
He had
Icky Thump. It was like he used like a pop song.
Yeah.
And this was just like cinematic, like no, it was actually a song. It was a sad song.
Why
the context
does he save the guy whose ship is drowning wearing a shirt? And then when he goes back into the water, he takes the shirt
off to go back into the water. Where was he that he was wearing the shirt? So what was he? Was he at like the supermarket, like picking up apples, and all of a sudden he swims? Also, what kind of tiny ass boat was that? That seems to be this tiny one-person little boat.
One-person boat. It was a one-person boat.
In what seems like an Atlantic storm, in a hurricane, because those waves were fucking huge.
That's what he said.
Decimate any town. That town would be gone.
Yeah, he said to him, tell him to respect the storm next time. So I guess this guy was an idiot.
Yeah, that was true. Or maybe he was late, like he just didn't know.
Have to get the
that
fish.
Boat probably did have radar. Yeah.
Last guy, Superman. How do we feel about him?
Oh, they took out all the stupid shit, which I like. Actually, no, I like the fact that they took out the stupid iPhone movie in the beginning with like the fake with mustache.
The mustache. Oh, God. Why?
I kept this just for this to show how they did it. That's it. Hello, I'm Superman. Thanks, Joss.
Yeah.
That's gone. I'm happy about that. I liked angsty dark Superman because that's the direction they were taking it in. Because Superman's like fundamentally changed now. He's back from the dead. So now he's going to give less fucks as time went on, But obviously
Yeah.
that didn't happen. But
Yeah.
that's what the intention was going to be.
Yeah.
And this was perfect for that.
Yeah.
Because he already had his like solo movie.
Because
and
I
then
saw
his collab movie.
in BVS, I saw he was very depressed. Before he dies, he kept screwing up. He's
Questioning
like,
everything.
whatever I do, nothing's working.
Yeah, no one
And in
cares.
this
Yeah, fuck
one,
it.
once he comes back, gets his memory back, all of that, he's much more happy. Like he's like,
Are
we're
you
part of
sure?
the team, we're doing the
That
thing.
sounds like Joss Whedon. In this, he barely interacted with anyone. If you think about it, there's no real scene between any of these guys. Like Superman just shows up, kicks the ass, they win, then that's it. It's not like they have like a bro time like they did
This
in
really
Joss's
did
version.
show how powerful Superman is, which becomes a problem because you're like, he's nothing can defeat him, so there's nothing to worry about because the axe lands on his shoulder.
It's like, fuck that. And
what?
it fucked up what's his name's Darkseid, So basically, and that's what they said. That's why they never invaded before, is because the
mother boxes were afraid of the Kryptonian or whatever.
So
and wow,
so this pisses me off. This is what I want to see. I want to see what Zack Snyder would have done with this Superman.
He beats Steppenwolf's ass. Like he just kept punching him.
He just
let him go.
Like I felt sorry for Steppenwolf. Like one point I was just like, man, just enough.
Yeah.
Let like the Flash do something and tickle him or something. Like enough, Superman.
And then they cut his head off.
It makes you think, like, like how the hell is this guy fucks up those guys like that? But his main nemesis is bald Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that? Oh God, I hate that guy.
I saw BVS very recently. I must say, there is no improvement in Jesse Eisenberg. Like, I hated him the first time. I hated him more this time. Why does he do this? Why?
Like he's like fully Shah Rukh Khan jittery thing. He's fully Shah Rukh Khan. Most of these Americans won't get it. Only we will know this.
Yeah, he's really bad. But I did appreciate in Batman versus Superman, it was all Lex Luthor's plan. Like he knew who Superman was, he knew who Batman was, he put them against each other. All of that was his plan.
Remember, all of this info on all of them was from his archives.
From his archive.
About all of these guys.
Even Cyborg. At the end, when Deathstroke shows up on his boat, and he's like, Batman is Bruce Wayne. And is that in the original also? In
the scene was there, but the dialogue was different. In that thing, it's just like, let's form a league of our own. That's it.
Yes.
And I think that was set during daytime. This one's like nighttime,
evening,
and he's
or sunset.
like, Bruce Wayne, go fuck him up, please.
So overall, how much would you have given the original theatrical Justice League out of 10 when the version came out? 2.
I gave it a 2.
Okay. And now, how much would you give it this one, Zack Snyder's? How much would you give this? Honestly,
this one I would honestly, 4 hours long, I would give it a 9.
Wow.
Just because I really enjoyed it. Like I don't compare it to the other movies that came out before it. I compare it to its main competition, which was the Avengers, right?
Okay.
And I just feel like I just appreciate Zack Snyder's tone and reverence and just respect for the mythology and just how amazing everything looks. Like in comparison, the Avengers and the Marvel movies, they all look like TV shows.
Yeah.
Like WandaVision looks like the Avengers. It's just that TV budget thing. But Zack Snyder's movie and this movie looks like a movie.
Only in Doctor Strange and Black Panther and Guardians, was there any like visual flair?
Yeah, okay.
Fine. All the other movies are just, this is Iron Man and he's running around, Captain America. They all look just normal.
Like the Bourne Identity. They all look like the Bourne Identity.
Exactly like the Bourne Identity. Yeah. So the big change at the end, 2 big changes.
Are we talking about?
One, they had Martian Manhunter.
That was completely fucking pointless. Like what was that thing with Martha and Lois Lane?
Yeah.
What he just shows up to
convince
Lois Lane to just get back on the horse again, or just
I don't know.
Get back out there.
Does he know that she will make Superman normal? I mean, I don't know. I think originally this general dude was supposed to be Martian Manhunter, and Zack Snyder was maybe like, okay, this is maybe the only chance I'm gonna get. Let's just put this in. And and at the end,
like a lot of things.
When he comes to Ben Affleck, I was like, who are you?
Yeah, like that was a very Ben Affleck scene. I think that one scene, okay, I will criticize because he stopped acting like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He just seemed like he was in a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Or something very like, because Batman's supposed to know everything, right? Or at least he'd be thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like he has this gravitas to him, like, like, remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was like, whoa, bro, what's up? Yeah, nice. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll see you, man. Chill out. I'm going back to bed. Too much drink, guys. Too much Bruce Wayning.
This Batman was too chill at the end.
Yeah, that was very uncharacteristically chill, I must say.
Yeah.
And Martian Manhunter was that was just strange. I think something about him just
the CGI was dodgy.
It was that it? Yeah. So that might have been a reshoot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because Ben Affleck's much less buff. He's got normal arms. Why. Yeah.
So that's it.
He's not.
Now, shall we get to the good stuff?
The nightmare sequence, which is a whole thing now, where Batman and Joker and Deathstroke and Cyborg and Flash and Aquaman's dead and Lois Lane is dead and Mira's there.
And Harley Quinn is dead.
Wonder Woman is dead.
Wonder Woman is dead.
Yeah. And they're working together because Lois Lane died because of Batman or something, and Superman hates them now and now works for Darkseid, and they're just
because
hiding.
Lois Lane is dead. So Lois Lane dies. Superman gets sad, which allows Darkseid to use the anti-life equation on him and make him evil Superman with laser eyes all the time. Yeah, and that fucks everything up.
So the nightmare sequence from BVS was not a dream, it was a future.
Yeah, the Flash showing him the future.
Yeah, which is this future that they show when, all right, we win this, but we lose after.
Yeah, very, very Avengers Endgame as well, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But so that's what not the mother box, the Kryptonian ship was saying that. Once you do this, it cannot be undone. It's irreversible. So even the ship knew what the fuck was going to happen if you revive Superman using this box shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to get...
he's susceptible to anti-life,
Yeah, he's going to be a bit dodge.
And Superman shows up at the end, and then it just ends, right? When he lands. Yeah.
Black suits. That's his thing as well now. Like, a bit edgy, bit emo. Like
but he doesn't do anything,
Spider-Man 3.
Right? He just
lands and then cut end scene. After all that dialogue with the Joker, which you haven't mentioned.
Yeah. So Joker.
Mention it.
I thought it was fine. I didn't like Suicide Squad Joker. Again, a movie that got cut up. But this Joker bit, like Jared Leto wasn't doing, 150%. And
wasn't he? Or was it that he didn't look 150%? I feel like a lot of the criticism is the look.
He didn't have damaged.
Yeah. Gold teeth weren't as visible.
Yeah. His hair wasn't just long, and he was just wearing normal shit with police badges of all the cops he'd killed.
I thought that was just like a bulletproof vest so he doesn't get shot.
And he put all the badges of the cops that he'd killed. He was wearing like
I did not
30 badges, 30 police badges.
Oh, done.
Yeah.
But all that dialogue, all the back, like just the story, that one scene just depicted a movie that I want to see now.
Yeah.
Now that's the movie I want to see. Fuck everything else. Yeah. Like all the shit that's apparently gone down between the two of them. Harley Quinn dying, which somehow was insinuated that Batman's the one that killed her, because why would he be holding her in his arms then whilst she died?
Maybe.
Why was he there?
Maybe. Because this Batman does murder people. This Batman does murder people. So maybe, or maybe something the Joker did went wrong and she died as they were escaping, perhaps. But anyway, that's not the point. She dies and Robin.
Joker kills Robin and then makes fun of it.
Yeah.
So that was a cool line.
Yeah.
Why send a boy wonder to do a man's job?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was just like there's 6 people there and just these two are talking. And everyone's like
yeah, you guys have shit to deal with.
Yeah.
Although I did like that he retained the weird
that's the Jared Leto.
He kept his character,
Yeah.
So that's cool. I liked it. I want to see that movie. I wish that's what's frustrating, that there are 2 more movies that would have continued this story.
Yeah. He was thinking
He
of a
got Shazam.
5 part. There were some things that came out
Mhm.
in the Zack Snyder plans that would have been weird. So Lois dies
Yeah. Yeah.
because Bruce Wayne apparently falls in love with her, and they have some sort of compromising relationship in the time that Superman is dead. And then when Superman
Ah.
comes back, something happens. Superman tells Batman, "Protect Lois. I'll fight Darkseid." But somehow Batman fails and Lois
Yeah.
dies because
Yeah.
of Batman's hesitation or whatever, which means
Okay.
that now Superman. So I don't like all of that. Um,
What
oh,
about the
pregnant.
Lois
She's
getting
pregnant,
pregnant
and
with Batman's
apparently
daughter,
her
son?
kid would have no powers.
Well,
Um,
Batman doesn't have powers.
no,
What's his
her
power?
no. Her kid was supposed to be Superman's kid, but with no
What?
powers. Yeah, and he would be named Bruce Kent, and Batman dies. And then when the
Yeah.
kid's grown up, they take him to the cave, and they're like, your uncle would have wanted you. I was like, all right, that's no,
Oh,
that's too much.
it's a bit.
That's a bit
Yeah,
much.
that's
Um,
a bit
but
shit.
yeah, Zack Snyder sometimes Snyder's too hard. Um,
I wish he would Snyder some more. I would happily see his. I just want to see him make a Wonder Woman movie because have you seen Wonder Woman 2?
I've seen it. I liked it, but I think I liked it because I
What?
saw it in the cinema, and I was very excited to go to a theater again. And I
Oh,
sat.
you enjoyed the experience, but not the movie itself.
Yeah. And I think because everyone saw it at home, they didn't have that cinema filter of the big screen and the big noise.
But it
Um,
looked even worse on the cinema. It just seemed
did you see it in the
really
theater?
cheap. I did.
Okay.
Over here, the cinemas are open. There's just no movies
Right.
shows.
Cinemas here opened for like this small window. And in that
Mm-hmm.
window, I just went and I was like, oh yes, a
Managed.
movie. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But I did think at the time that it was way too long and there wasn't enough Wonder Woman in it. It was more like Diana going around the world and
I just thought that it was just Gal Gadot being Gal Gadot because she didn't seem like Wonder Woman.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
seemed a bit too. See, the thing is, like from what I read into it, the first Wonder Woman was under Zack Snyder's umbrella, so he had his overarching plan, his influence, like the introduction from Batman versus Superman. So he had
Yeah.
like a lot of things to do with it,
Yeah.
and he co-wrote the story. And this one, he had nothing to do with it, right? And it terribly shows.
By the time Justice League happens, he's been
Yes,
dead like 100 years.
Yeah.
And she's still getting choked. Like, I mean, people in our lives die.
Yeah, man.
And
Fuck.
after like 5 years, we're like, yeah, it was very sad. But we're not like
But remember,
immediately tearing up.
he was her first and only man.
Perhaps after 5,000,
So,
in
like,
5,000 years of living.
oh shit, she was 5,000-year-old then?
Yeah, she was 4,900 years old at the time.
How did the Amazon, did they ever explain how did the Amazons reproduce? Where are all these baby Amazons coming from? Or are they just all just there? That's it.
I think there were young ones. In this one, there were young Amazons, right? There were younger Amazons when Steppenwolf is attacking and they show like a village scene or something where
But I
everyone
thought that
sees.
was,
Yeah, there's
like
definitely a scene. No, there's
I thought that
definitely a
was
scene.
like man, like some like just Vikings or some shit. Just
No. There's definitely a scene when Steppenwolf is attacking for the mother box, and the explosions get the attention of Amazons in the city, and then they
Amazon City.
Yeah,
like to the
Amazon City,
yeah,
Seattle, basically.
The pig farming Amazons, the ones that just tend to crops. Yeah. They're shit with the swords, so they just like grow cucumbers and shit for some reason.
Yeah, the accountant Amazons.
Where? Hello, I'm the barber shop.
Yeah,
not the barber shop, barber. Where's all the baby juice coming from?
I think there's some magic involved because I think they're made. Initially, I think there was something about them being made from clay, and then Zeus giving them life directly. Zeus again,
causing trouble all the time.
Something, yeah. There's something, but
there's something. Oh no, there's something. What is that something? Because like I know, like historically, they just rape male sailors and they wipe their memories, right? Whenever they're in.
So. Yeah. They're sort of like with the sirens, right? They're sort of
that's it.
Crossover there.
That's from the mythology, but I don't know what was decided in movies.
I didn't realize though that she was 5,000 years old too, but it would make sense, I guess, because she was created at Zeus times to be like a god
Yeah,
killer.
Zeus was her dad.
Yeah. So
But also, the flame hadn't been lit in 5,000 years. They threw that number around a lot.
and Cyborg says she's five as they're digging
Yeah.
Clark out, a job that
Yeah.
Batman is too rich to do. So he sends
The others just didn't do it. Yeah, just like you two, the new guys,
yeah.
you run fast and you're like an iPod with legs. You just fucking do it.
So he
Although I like the fact that the "I'm rich" line wasn't Joss
wasn't a
Whedon.
Joss
That
thing.
was
Yeah,
Zack Snyder.
that was
Yeah.
Snyder. Yeah.
Well done, Zach.
Well
You
done,
got a hang
Zach.
of the comedy.
Jokes and everything. Overall, I think a good movie.
Obviously, yeah. I thought it was great.
I'd
And
still
I'm just
say
waiting for Zach to
I
do more.
I'd still be critical about the length, but story wise, character wise, direction wise, I didn't find any beats that I disagreed with. I thought things were extra, but not
Yeah.
bad. You know,
Yeah, there were some things that could have been like trimmed,
the fucking
like
motion.
weird Icelandic singing women and
Oh, they sang so much.
repeated escape from destruction cathedral Amazon thing, and then what else was superfluous?
Just the
I
slow
think we
motion.
needed the Clark doing American things like the wheat field and all that gladiator shit they did.
Yeah,
That.
That was fine.
He was barely in it.
He was barely in it.
What else? Yeah, exactly. And you can't cut anything out with Batman in it because
the last fight
it's just a
was
real
so much
shame.
better. Last fight was so much better. Like the whole
Yes, it
end
was.
fight sequence.
Because they took out the stupid Russian villagers and all the civilians and shit.
Yeah. Who even in Joss Whedon's movie, the Russians, that family was the only family in that town.
Yeah.
In that whole town, 4 people.
Did they actually call it Chernobyl in his movie or not?
I don't know.
Was it just generic?
I think
one
it's
Russian town where it
yeah.
The last fight was good. I liked not having the stupid Superman and Flash race. That really irritated me. That just annoyed me.
Yeah, and even in that, because when Superman gets ready to do the race, he's floating like this, and he's like,
"Yeah,
what? Just jump."
We've never seen him do that. He's just like, "Yep, this is my Harrier jet mode. I can just hover now." I usually hover upright, but now I can just lie down and hover.
Plank.
I'm incapable of doing push-ups. My body doesn't allow it because I hover all the time. It sucks to be Superman sometimes.
Yeah. Good that they threw in the Flash saying he was my hero, and just like the kids in Shazam were like, Superman's our hero, and that's good. So Zack Snyder was going towards the hopeful big blue thing.
It wasn't as bad as we had been made to see it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't as dark. One thing I noticed though is in the beginning, one thing, like if you remember Watchmen, like Watchmen had that opening montage with historical events, people with placards, all that. They did it in Batman versus Superman as well. Like the opening montage with Bruce Wayne's, they're going for their thing, parents get shot, all that shit. So this was going to open with another montage as well. And Joss Whedon actually used the montage. And just one part of that I really loved was the guy saying, like, I tried, which seemed like a very Zack Snyder thing.
What was the moment?
In the beginning, the opening montage of the Joss Whedon cut.
Yeah.
After the Superman.
Yeah.
Bit, there's just one shot of just
the world is depressed.
Saying, that. And that just seems so Zack Snyder, and apparently it wasn't.
It wasn't.
So,
it was him.
Yeah.
I don't know. The conclusion is everything Joss Whedon did was wrong.
Most of it, yeah.
And
other than Aquaman
yeah. The thing is, it also is weird that everyone who was involved with that Justice League is now either discredited or fired or has harassment lawsuits against them or something or the other.
It sounds like one of those Godfather-esque montages where they're just like killing all the enemies.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets shot or strangled. Like they're just wiping the slate clean. Yeah. And maybe they're just going to say like, everyone else is gone now. Zach, you can come back.
Yeah.
You tried to do
because
it the other way.
they have no plans. Oh well, they might be. They
No.
might be making a Superman movie with
Someone new.
Michael B. Jordan.
Is
Black
this the one
Superman.
that JJ,
JJ.
the
Yeah.
fucker Abrams is making?
Yeah.
The franchise destroyer.
Yeah.
The man who fucked up Star Trek, Star Wars, is now going to fuck up Superman because people keep giving chances because I don't know, maybe he has connection.
Why is he so famous? What is an amazing Joss Whedon?
Lost.
Well,
Joss Whedon.
Yeah. No, not Joss Whedon. Sorry, JJ movie. What's an amazing
Lost.
JJ movie? Lost was good, but I hated the ending.
Mission Impossible 3 was the one that got him on the radar, right?
Yeah,
and
sure.
I thought that was the worst one. I hated it. I thought it was like everyone was acting weird. Yeah. And I really didn't like Philip Seymour Hoffman. I just didn't like him in that.
Star Wars Episode 7 was just fine. Episode 9 was actively bad.
That was
What else? Star Trek. They're fine. But they're not like super.
We're not. As a card-carrying Star Trek fanatic, I can tell you that everything was fucking out of character. The command structure of the ship doesn't seem to make sense. You can just say, "Yeah, you're the captain now. Peace out." Everyone else can just go fuck themselves. That's not how an aircraft carrier works, right? And old Spock shows up, like, yeah, go do that. All right, see ya. And that's it. That's his role complete. Weird time traveling Romulans that make no sense. That was a completely shit movie, but it's very shiny and
very shiny,
pretty people.
Light flares and
yep.
Girl who took her shirt off. Very obviously.
Very nice. Appreciate it. You know, I will not say anything negative about her because I support all that. I'm very modern. But the fact that he put that in the movie just made no sense.
Yeah,
it's not a Star Trek thing to do.
Yeah,
like the right way to do it would to have had Captain Kirk seduce her. He takes the top off.
What was that alien movie that he made that everyone compared him to Spielberg?
Cloverfield?
No. Super 8.
Oh yeah, same thing. It's got the Cloverfield monster in it, isn't it?
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, well, fuck that because I hate him and I hate his movies. Just like Joss Whedon. But although I did enjoy Buffy at the time when I was a teenager, all right? So I'll give him credit for that period of my life. But then everything after 2012, I hate him for.
Yeah. People are turned into heroes when they don't deserve to be. What's
the line, the Harvey Dent line from Batman about
you either die a hero or see yourself become the villain. That's what happened.
Joss Whedon. Yeah.
I think that's a great that's as appropriate a point to end this special broadcast thing. As appropriate. Rahail, thank you very much for coming.
You are welcome.
And go watch the movie. If you don't have HBO Max, like most people don't, I don't know, man. I guess you gotta download that shit somehow.
Are you allowed to, you can't promote that. You can't promote piracy.
Legally as you are able.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. This is not a podcast, but follow TPR Pod, etc. Rahail, do you have anything you want to plug or no?
I plug nothing. No.
He's plug free. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna stop recording. Bye.